What's up, Chain Reaction fans? So this week we're wrapping up our storytelling cycle with me telling a story of how I sort of met Seth Meyers. It's going to be kind of a rush story because I'm running really behind on this, but I hope you enjoy it. Before we start though, the next TK4 video will be a holiday themed Q&A. So leave your questions for the Q&A down in the comments. I'll talk more about this at the end of the video. Alright, so here's the story of how I sort of met Seth Meyers. So this happened about a month and a half or 2 months ago. Seth Meyers was going to be doing a show at my college, Michigan State, and I found out about it, and I'm a big fan of the Late Night Show and the Tonight Show and everything, so I was really excited about going. Now, I went to the school's website to order tickets, and they were free for students, so they sold out basically instantly, and I was checking a couple hours after they became available. They were long gone by then, so I missed out on getting tickets. Later in the week, they posted on Facebook that a few more tickets were available, and of course I checked again and they were gone again. So I wanted to go, I had friends that were going, but I just couldn't get a hold of a ticket. However, it turned out one of my friends who had a ticket wasn't actually going because he had other plans that he had to do. So we had this idea for me to take my friend's ID and pretend to be him and sneak in to go see Seth Meyers. Now I don't look anything like my friend whose ID I borrowed, so luckily they didn't ask to see the ID. All they had me do was type in his name, and I made it through. Now when you signed up to get a ticket, there was a form on the website that said fill out a question that you would ask Seth Meyers during the show, and they selected about 20 students out of the maybe 500 students who attended to ask questions to Seth Meyers. And of course my friend who got the ticket, who I was pretending to be, his question got picked. And so the people there were like, hey, your question was picked to ask Seth Meyers, do you want to ask him a question? And I'm like, I don't even remember what my question was, so... Well, it turns out they printed off the question on a piece of paper, so I ended up sitting in the front row and I had the opportunity to ask Seth Meyers a question. And somehow, some way, I was also the first person to ask him a question. Honestly, I had like 10 minutes before the show where I was like, I need to think of my own question, something more interesting. I couldn't come up with anything that quickly, so I just asked the question that my friend had wrote down earlier, which was, if you could do something besides enter the entertainment industry for a career, what would it be? And Seth didn't really have an answer for that. He said that he was so dedicated and all in the entertainment industry that he really didn't have a backup plan in terms of his career. So that was a very interesting story. So I sort of got to talk to Seth Meyers during the show, and it was pretty cool. It was a really cool experience. So that's it for the storytelling. Now next week the 4 members of the TK4 will be doing a holiday themed Q&A. So make sure you leave some questions in the comments below. Ask us anything you can think of that relates to holidays or break or winter that might be interesting, and we'll pick some of the best ones and talk about them in the next episode. Alright, see you guys later.